Peace and blessings, friends. This is Urzuli. I am the epitome of imagination, intellect, and intuition. As you will see, I will never define myself by whatever job I am partaking in, because according to the government, a nigga's supposed to have a 9 to 5. So, in the meantime, I will entertain your little fucking system, even though I don't give a shit about it. Because those of us who understand who we are, the real humans, tap dancing don't bother us at all. Because we know at the end of the day, the joke's on you, and thanks for paying me. Anyway, I want to really start to talk to you guys about families, friends, and anything that you have on your mind. I've had a lot of experiences lately of our travels and reaching people and understanding and listening to the plight of individuals who are really going through the struggle. And for those of you who are not humans, I don't expect you to give a damn about what real people are going through. That's why people like me exist. I met a young lady the other day by the name of Tisha. I was, where was I? I was in South Carolina. So the young lady told me that, well, let's go to the story about how we first started talking. And when I mean talking, interacting, not on a non-sexual level, for those of you who have your mind in the gutter. Anyway, me and my partner were, we met some people and we started talking about our history. So this young lady showed up and she was stumbling around, kind of off kilter. She couldn't really say what she really wanted to say. And I turned around and she said, "Hello." And I said, "Hey." And she said, "Hey, did you hear me? Hello." And me and my partner both turned around and said, "Hey." So my girlfriend asked her, she said, how you doing? Then she told her she was stressed. Now, most of you who don't give a fuck about what real people are going through will say, "Girl, everybody's stressed. Everybody going through something. Girl, it's gonna be alright." That's what you are programmed to do. People who really give a fuck really ask what is really going on. Just like when people ask you, "How you doing?" You don't give a shit how I'm doing. You've just been programmed to say that because everyone has agreed that that's the proper thing to say as far as a greeting. So you need to stop saying that because you don't really give a fuck how people are doing. Just say hello. Anyway, so I asked her how she was doing. No, my girl asked her how she was doing, and she said she was stressed. And then we said, "What are you really stressed? What is stressing you? What is bringing you such grief?" She told me that she had man problems. So I said, "Okay, man problems, okay. You want to talk about it?" Because, like I said, she was under the influence, which ain't nothing wrong being on the influence, y'all. Don't let anybody tell you it's wrong to smoke weed and drink. There is nothing wrong with that. That is how you stay on your conscious level. They don't want you to get drunk or smoke because they don't want you to be thinking. That's why they're trying to outlaw it, and they got all these freaking laws against it. Anyway, she was on her level. So we started talking to her, and she was telling me that she was stressed and she had man problems. And I said, "Well, what's going on with your man problems?" So she expressed to me that her friend had died a week or so ago. But she had been expressing her mourning to her family and the people who shared her neighborhood, and they just were not understanding what she was going through. And she kept expressing to me that she kept that he was still here. She could still feel him. And what I was explaining to her, which most of us have not been able to understand, is that when somebody dies, that is not a means to mourn. That is a transformation of the spirit. That is celebration and to the next step. That is what we're supposed to be preparing for right now. So why are we sad when people we know and love enjoy that release? Why are you crying? You should be happy for them. Because if they were here, they wouldn't tell you to cry. And that's exactly what I told her. And for those of you who are conscious will understand that anytime a spirit dies, it dwells in the universe of you, which is in your ba, your soul. Your ka, your soul is your ba. Mind, ka, soul, ba. Okay, we'll get to that in another subject. Anyway, so after explaining that to her, I started making her understand who me and my partner were. Me being Urzuli. For those of you who do your research, Urzuli is the lesbian patron of women of the Petro-Iwa tribe. You don't believe me? Look it up. She is the goddess or the deity of love, career, finances, domestic violence, children, and everything that faces a woman in her life. That is the deity that the people pray to, the women, for strength, or any avenue that I had just expressed they are dealing with. So my real name in English is Ursula. All the Ursulas out there understand the melanated black Ursulas. You are Urzuli. If you're light skinned, you're Freda. If you're dark skinned, you're Dantor. Pick one. But I'm just Urzuli. Anyway, so the young lady, after explaining that he was dwelling in the universe of her and showing her some of my abstract paintings, which I do, and explaining to her her history, and her name being, I can't remember what her first name, I think it was Patrice. Patrice was her first name. Any of you that know God mythology understand that Patrice is a representation of the name Ptah. Ptah meaning opener and the closer. So the madness that she was in and the chaos and confusion she was feeling, she can either reopen this door of chaos or she can close it and move on towards her godhood. And after speaking with this lady, me and my partner, for about a good 20 minutes, this crying, defeated soul bowed her head as such. My partner turned to her and said, "Sister, are you full?" Her spirit said, "Yes." And I taught her a little mantra, so every time she starts to feel this way, she knows what to say. Anytime those negative spirits start to gravitate towards your energy, you say, "Hey, I rebuke you in the name of my spirit and my soul. I rebuke you in the name of my spirit and my soul. For no one can have your power unless you give it to them." So, this defeated soul just decided to walk away with a smile, skipping, happy, laughing, enjoying the rest of her evening because she knew she didn't have to mourn. She didn't have to mourn anymore. And that's what the joy of doing what I do brings. So ladies, gentlemen, LGBTQ, whoever is operating on a real level, hit me up so we can talk about these issues that are facing us. And if I can help, if I can learn something from you, you can learn something from me. Let's keep the mental stimulation going. Peace and blessings.